Ladies and gentlemen, my Mercedes and I visit club member Nick Harris today, and as you can see, he's got an old and a new in his fleet. He's got a couple of others hidden at home, and we'll get to them later. Good morning, Nick.
Hi Vince, thanks for having me. Just to let you know, this is my youngest model I have, and this is my oldest.
Youngest and oldest. All right.
Yes.
Well, let's start with the old girl.
This is a 280 SE. It was built in 1968. It's got the 2.8/6 litre engine, which we can discuss later on when we open the bonnet. And I've had it now a year. I bought it in late 18, November of 18 actually. No, October of 18. I purchased it, and it was close to this condition when I bought it. I've just done some minor things which we can discuss. So here we have. I absolutely love the interior from the beginning when I thought about these cars. This is the interior, and you sort of fall in love with it, with the cognac finish. When I purchased the car, most of the interior was like this. I just had the under dash finished because they had all the loose wires and open underneath there. The original car, when this arrived, didn't have air conditioning, but 6 months later the owner of the time put air conditioning into it, and in the year 99 to 2001 it was restored, and the air conditioning was then actually pulled out and the car brought back to the absolute original condition. So these, from what I can see, these are the original back seats, never replaced, and the front ones were redone in 2001. I've got the full history and who did what on the car back then. The owner was actually very articulate in all that he did and all that he documented. But just the chrome and the dials and the heating, you just fall in love with the car.
Yeah, it's hard not to, isn't it?
This car I actually first saw in 2017. We went down to Melbourne with John Saperson and Eros, and Eros' son actually works for the Zagani group. And we went to visit young David, and while we were waiting for him to finish so he could actually take us around the yards, he said go and have a look at the other yards, and on top of the Ferrari area was a second-hand floor where they had some wonderful cars. And this car was actually there, and we all admired it, looked at it, and at that time I wasn't serious about buying one of these, and we all thought, oh, wonderful car, but they had it advertised for 120,000, and we all thought, oh, great car, but way overpriced, and didn't think any more about it. Then the following February, March, Tom Hansen from Classic Center USA, California was over, and I had dinner with him, with a few of the other members, and we were just talking about cars, etc. And I was telling him I wouldn't mind buying an older one. I wasn't quite sure which one to get, one of the 50s classics, like a 220 from the 50s, or not sure. And he said, Nick, have a look at this particular model. He said the 250s or the 280s are very good. And after that I remembered obviously this car that I'd seen at the Ferrari Centre, and from there I took an interest. Later that year, in August, we actually went to Germany, and I did a bit of research while we were there. We visited the Kleiner Centre, that is a classic restoration, one of the world's best, but they also have a large second-hand division. And I sort of sussed out the cars they have there, not just at Kleiner but other car sales, and basically here we're quite fortunate because whatever you see here we pay about 2/3 of what Europe pays for. So at that point when I came back I thought, great car. Remember the one in Melbourne? So I rang Zagani up and had a chat again with the salesman, Nicholas, and we ended up doing the deal. I gave them an offer they couldn't refuse, so they took it, and hence I've loved the car ever since.
Beautiful. It's in beautiful condition. Let's have a look inside the boot, because I remember these cars, whilst it's only a two-door, they do have a massive boot, don't they?
Massive boot. It's a little shallow, but look at that boot, absolutely fantastic. And this is my work that I put on the guards when I do work on the engine, or indeed it does work on the engine, or anyone else.
Are those speakers here when you got it?
Yes, yes. The boot is, I bought a new boot base for it, but everything else is as I purchased the car. The restoration was actually very good. That's the reason why I got it. He really did a top job.
Do you know who did the restoration? Was it the owner, or did he send it to...
No, well, no, the owner gave it to different people. O&S Restorations, for example, did a huge amount of work from the receipts that I have.
Up on the northern beaches there?
Yeah. So if I go through all the receipts, it tells me who did the framing, who did the interior, etc., etc. The engine was rebuilt.
So it was a Sydney car?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, it was delivered, I think, to Mosman in Sydney.
We've seen one or two others of these in the club, and I can't believe the fantastic condition they're in. Just the detail.
And of course you fall in love with the windows, how wide and open it is. It's actually enjoyable to sit in the back. There's lots of leg room, and it's like a four-seater really in the back. See how much leg room there is to
plenty
get
of
in.
leg room.
Very easy.
Big, comfortable seats.
Yeah.
Just wonderful. Classic dash.
My family's nicknamed this the wedding car.
The wedding car. Do you know what you've got on the clock? This one?
Look, every 100,000 miles, being a pre-70s car, it turns over. So I'm presuming it's got like, I think 40 odd thousand. So I'm presuming it's 140 odd thousand miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, but keeping in mind the engine was rebuilt. And when we bought it, they also said to me, don't look so much what's on the clock, you look at the condition of the
car, that's
and
right.
what it actually really is from the rebuilt time. And from that, it actually drives, you turn the key, it turns, keeps up with traffic. At this stage, I've only taken it to the ACT concours, but you know, some drives around Sydney, short drives to down to Berry or up to Palm Beach. Magnificent, absolutely enjoyable. It's just like a lounge room.
A rolling lounge room. It's a classic look too, with the double bumper bars, chrome bumper bars at the front, the tall headlights, the big grille, letting plenty of fresh air in. It's a terrific look. Let's have a look under the bonnet, please, Nick.